The Tony Pulitzer Prize-winning Broadway musical Hamilton is canceling plans to perform at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. Producer Jeffrey Sellers said in a statement, "Our show simply cannot, in good conscience, participate and be a part of this new culture that is being imposed on the Kennedy Center." However, acting Kennedy Center President Richard Grenell clapped back at the producers and creator Lin-Manuel Miranda, calling it a publicity stunt. So, did they do the right thing by pulling the show? What do y'all think here, Savage?
I'm not sure. I have mixed feelings about that because on one hand, I understand protesting, all that stuff with, Trump and everything, because you already know, he's doing a lot of mess. But at the same time, though, you're taking away something from people who may enjoy it. So I feel like it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because on one hand, you're doing a good thing, but on the other hand, you're taking something away from people and punishing people who don't deserve it. So I'm halfway on it. I'm halfway not. That's just my opinion, though.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, I'm a fan of Hamilton, and I could tell you this right now here because, there's an interesting situation. The show played at the Kennedy Center in 2018 during You-Know-Who's first administration, and again in 2022 when Joe Biden was president, and it was scheduled again for March 3rd to April 26, 2026. But those plans are now off, and tickets are yet to go on sale. So there is something going on that I could understand why they don't want to play or perform or do the musical at the Kennedy Center, because, they got who in office here, and it's like I don't know what else to say, because obviously I guess I see why they choose not to play at the Kennedy Center, because they're not a fan of who. I still refuse to say his name, but given DT's a bad name here, okay.
Yeah. I see that it says here that someone spoke out from Hamilton cast and basically said they are not acting against the who administration, but that basically they're against the partisan policies that have happened during that recent takeover. So if who were to change some of his views, I wouldn't be surprised if they put the show back on. I have never gotten to see Hamilton, and Broadway is literally here in the city, y'all. I live here, and I still have yet to see it, and I really want to see it.
I'll give you a little sample of it. Here it is. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. What?
I'd love to see that in person, but I don't know.
You gotta check it out in person. It is a hit musical.
The other thing is, the Kennedy Center is supported by government money and private donations, and that's what attracts millions of visitors every year. And so I feel like them kind of taking a stand against, who, that could pose a problem with their funding. They might end up having to rely solely on private donations, and who knows how many people are really going to take the time to donate to playwriting and screenplay and stuff. Because let's be honest, nowadays, my generation, because I'm part of the generation, we don't really go out to stuff like that now as much as we used to when we were younger, which sucks because I wish we would, but they might lose a lot of money for that.
Yeah, or
sucks.
Otherwise they would have to punch the bursar.
Yeah, I respect it, but at the same time, is it worth the battle? Sometimes it's just not worth losing what you have, but I also get it because we got to stick up for our values as Americans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Because, obviously it's this is not the first time that they've taken a political stance, but in 2016, this Hamilton cast delivered a curtain call to appeal Vice President-elect Mike Pence, who was in the Broadway audience, asking the 40 47th administration, or now, I should say, 45th administration, to uphold our American values and work on behalf of all of us. And you know, that kind of sounds similar to what the bishop said here, basically, because it's like, you know, she was trying, because, you know, when she's, not to get off topic, but she was also trying to get the current administration to, like, you know, understand that us immigrants pay our taxes and they're not criminals.
Yeah. I saw a funny post on TikTok actually the other day. It made me laugh. It's hilarious. But basically it was a Mexican girl and she's like, how did I steal your job? As soon as the job qualification is bilingual, you're already disqualified. And I started laughing my behind off because that is so real. Like, clock it, girl. You don't even speak two languages, so how am I taking your job if you were never going to get this job to begin with, is basically what she was saying. And it made me laugh because it's like, that goes to show that they have their place here. You know, they all have their place here, and we shouldn't be telling them to leave just because we have our feelings about stuff. Maybe get up and go do something if you want a job that bad.
I still got the jingle of Hamilton in my head. Yeah. It must be nice. It must be nice to get Hamilton on your side.
We'll always be satisfied. Y'all see that commercial of Hamilton? Yeah, I know that part. I don't know nothing else though. I didn't see it yet.
Yeah.